Willie D. Live.
What's up, family? According to a new report from the Wall Street Journal, Donald Trump, your president, ties to Jeffrey Epstein may be worse than previously thought. Yeah, man. The Wall Street Journal says that Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago spa in Florida would send teenage workers to Epstein's mansion, despite it being an open secret among staff that the billionaire would sometimes expose himself during appointments. According to the publication, the practice stopped in 2003 when an unnamed 18-year-old employee complained that Epstein pressured her for sex. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said, "It's shameful the Wall Street Journal is wasting their once great paper writing up fallacies and innuendo in order to smear President Trump and distract from his historic first year back in office." Leavitt adds, "No matter how many times this story is told and retold, the truth remains. President Trump did nothing wrong, and he kicked Jeffrey Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago for being a creep." She continues, "Now it's President Trump's own Justice Department that is releasing hundreds of thousands of pages of documents related to Epstein and his crimes." See, there's only one problem with that statement, fam. Back in July, Donald Trump actually told a different story, stating that his relationship with Epstein went sour after the disgraced financier stole young women from his Mar-a-Lago spa. Family, you've heard the phrase, if you let someone talk long enough, they'll tell on themselves. Trump is so arrogant that he don't even give a damn these days. And I'll tell you something else, he lies so much, he forget what lies he told, so he just keep on talking. And he always tells on himself. Donald Trump is in a pickle. Donald Trump is trying to figure out, man, how do we get up out of this? These Epstein files is killing him. I mean, like, every time somebody brings up Epstein, he's like, the man's dead, he's dead. Let's get past that. This is old news, it's fake news, it's a Democratic hoax. It's a witch hunt. It's everything but what it really is, huh? Those files got evidence in it, incriminating evidence that could harm his reputation. But I don't know how Trump's reputation would be harmed any further than what it already is, because I do believe that the people who sticking with him, even if it was discovered that he had sex with underage girls, even as young as 12, they would still give him a pass. I know they would. You know what? Some of them are so brainwashed that they'd let him have their 12-year-old girl. That's right, I said it. I think they'll do it. In fact, some of them are so brainwashed, they'll let Trump have them, including the men. Yeah, their fixation with Donald Trump don't even make sense. Donald Trump is really dumb. He's not a smart person at all. Like, he's short bus window licking slow. Listen to him talk and all he does is babble. Babble, babble, babble. That's all he does. He goes on rants all day, every day, picking U.S. citizens to go at. All day. This is what he does. He's not out solving international crises. He's not bringing an end to any wars. He's not solving the deficit. He's not having critical discussions on how to bring the national debt down or bring the price of gas down or food down or make people gainfully employed. He's not doing any of those things. What we hear from him mostly is talk about his enemies. That's how he spends most of his time, just talking about his enemies. Do y'all really think this country is moving forward? No, societies are supposed to move forward. This society is moving backwards. You can sit back and pretend if you will, but it does not make it a reality. This country is moving backwards on every level. And the trip part about it is some of these people out here are proud of it. They're proud of it. It's like, oh, wow, we're going forward. Oh, we're making gains. Oh, it's been slow, but we made some gains. And now even the slow gains that was realized over 40, 50, 60 years, 100 years, they've been dialed back. And you got people out there really celebrating as if it's not going to have an adverse effect. Last week, the DOJ announced we have lawyers working around the clock to review and make the legally required redactions to protect victims, and we will release the documents as soon as possible. Due to the mass volume of material, this process may take a few more weeks. The department will continue to fully comply with federal law and President Trump's direction to release the files. Let me ask you a question, fam. If you had access to files that can incriminate you, would you release those files? If you had access to files that could incriminate your friends and business associates, would you release those files? Homie, don't think so, you see. And this is why I know for a fact, Buddy in the wrong. Buddy in the wrong, and all of that redacting ain't nothing but covering tracks. That's all it is. They do not care about the victims, because if they did, they wouldn't have victimized them in the first place. Yeah. If they did, they would not be trying to protect all of these pedophiles. If they did, Jeffrey Epstein might be punished, but he wouldn't be dead. Somebody killed Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. Somebody killed Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. I said it once, I said it again. Billionaires do not kill themselves. Yeah, there's always an exception to the rule. Every now and then you get one that knock themselves off. But in most cases, that's what the money is for. Money, especially in America, this capitalist society, this country has done some of the most horrible things imaginable. I'm talking about subhuman things for money. So believe you me, money can get you out of a lot of stuff in this country. And if you got $1 billion, you absolutely can buy freedom. Don't let nobody fool you about that. Okay, Puffy in jail, he got $1 billion, maybe not worth $1 billion now, but he had $1 billion when he went in, or close to it. He had enough. A few $100 million, you don't go to jail in America. Bottom line, you do not go to jail in America. This country has been bought and sold. And every now and then, they try to make somebody out of an example. Like, justice is justice in America. And doesn't matter who you are, justice will find you, and we will bring you to justice, and you will pay for your... Man, that's a bunch of bullshit. That is game, fam. That's game, because the name of the game for them is to sell us hope. They got to make us think that they're really doing something for us. They got to make us think that it ain't that bad so we can have hope. Now, I know it's that bad, and I got hope. I got a certain different kind of hope. I ain't got the kind of hope they hoping that I have. I got a different kind of hope, because I know what's real. I know the truth. And I know how they playing all of us. They don't care nothing about those victims. And those victims will not be getting justice. You can believe that. Those files are, if it was, let me tell you something, fam. The government got round the clock workers. If they wanted to release those files, they can put 100, 200 workers on them right now, and have those files released just like that. They can have those files released within 24 hours. Whatever needs to be redacted, they can have it redacted. No big deal. Trump really thought he could control the narrative with those Epstein files. He really thought he had it all under control. And he did for a while. But then it just kept nagging. And then he said, okay, we're going to release them, but we're going to redact. So, from what I understand, he hired 200 workers, 200 federal workers to go through those files and scrub them to make sure that there was nothing incriminating in there against him and maybe a few other people, but mainly against him because, Trump is the ultimate self-preservationist. So, from what I understand, they scrubbed the files and they didn't scrub them good enough though, because there's still some leaks. So now I guess he told them, get back in there and do it again. And this time you better do it right. So that's what the holdup is. The holdup is they're trying to make sure they get it right. They're not scrubbing the files to protect the victims. They're scrubbing the files to protect the predators. Let that sink in. No more talk.